So we're back for part 2 of Let's Talk Herbal Teas with Dr. Denise Daley. So I'm just gonna wait until everybody joins us back and we'll start. Thanks for joining back. If you had written a question, just write back your question in the question tab. Send back your questions and I'll just wait for everybody to join us. Thank you. All right. Let's just wait 15 seconds to give the person some time to come back on. In the meantime, write the questions that you had because, you know, we lost all the questions because we went the live ended. Let me see. Okay, let's go with this. Denise, do you have a herb guide or a book?
Excuse me. I'm writing it. So I'm writing it now, where I have the remedies that I've learned over the time from different communities, from my grandmother, aunt, you know, everybody that I come in contact with, plus with research. Is it proven? So it's not just folklore plus the science put together. So you know how safely you can have it and all of that. So I'm writing it. It will be out soon.
Awesome. All right. I have aloe vera at home. How do I make tea from it? What is it good for?
Aloe vera. All right. I would have aloe vera more as a water than a tea because you don't want to kill the natural enzymes that it has. Right? So you want to have it room temperature, basically. So you blend up your aloe vera and can drink it. I also have a video on my Instagram that shows you how you can prepare it. One, you can have aloe vera like yogurt. So you cut the plants. Pass the plant. So you cut the plants. Remember aloe vera? Yeah. So I'm going to show you the aloe vera. You cut the plant and you allow it to drain. So that draining, getting rid of some of the. So this is my aloe vera. I don't know. I had to find it up here. And if I need it, I just cut off a piece, right? And then the gel that's inside, the stuff, that's a portion that you'd have as a yogurt. So it's very good for the immune system. If you have like ulcers, any GI tract issues, what's it? H. pylori. There's a good blend that I put together for H. pylori and so on. It helps to soothe the digestive tract. You wash it though. If you want to have that digestive tract immune boosting yogurt benefit, you'd wash off the aloe vera after you peel it. Wash off the green parts. And then you blend it or you drink it with your water, put it with your favorite juice. I would not recommend you make the tea from it because you'll be destroying the natural enzymes that it has. All right, so just blend it fresh, bite it fresh, whichever way. Now, if you want it as a laxative now, if you can't go and you need to go, constipated, aloe vera, that same plant you can use. But this time you don't wash it off. You want the green part, that green portion, that is your laxative in the aloe vera. So you blend up the leaf and everything. Oh. And that's how you do it. So a video is on my IG that shows you how to prepare both of them and how you can add it to your juice to get the benefits.
All right. Any other questions? Remember to post your questions using the question tab at the bottom of your screen where you see the question mark. And
you're welcome. Yes, sir. Yeah.
What's good for also stomach? Or
The ulcer, the aloe vera that I mentioned. And ulcer is basically, you know, like if you have cut on your hand, your skin, and you're seeing the cut and it bleed every now and then. Ulcer is like that's happening in your stomach. Most times your stomach. And because there's a little exposure, remember our stomach has acid. That acid is strong like any acid that you throw on your system. The acid in our stomach, if you drop it on your hand, it burns through your hand. So with ulcer, the cut that's in your stomach, the acid is irritating it and getting it wider and wider. So you need stuff to now soothe the stomach walls and also help to heal the sores or the ulcers that you have. Or sometimes it's the H. pylori that causes it. Your aloe vera gel, not the one you buy. You plant the plant, cut it, make your gel, drink it. So the mucilage helps to soothe that, and you do it over time. 2-3 times a day, first thing in the morning, end of the day, stuff like that. So you have a regime. It will help. Your flaxseed. Blend up your flaxseed, soak it in water, drink it, empty stomach. Again, it's slimy, the mucilage helps to soothe the stomach. Okra, we can't leave out okra. So think of your slimy, jelly plants, fruits, herbs. They help to soothe your ulcerated stomach, intestine, whichever part. So again, okra, make some okra water. There's a video that shows you how to prepare it. It's not so bad, it's slimy, but it's good. It helps to soothe the stomach. And again, over time, your regime, it soothes it.
Okay, Leon is asking, how often should I drink the turmeric? Can it be had every day as a regular tea?
Yes, turmeric is one of those you can have every day as a regular tea. Especially if you prepare it like your ginger or with your ginger, it is fine to have every day. It's very good to have every day. No inflammation can stay. Oh,
Volcan is saying you are awesome.
Thanks, big up. Not in the house.
Okay, which herb is good for PCOS?
Okay, you see, that needs a whole regime. So, like you said, the raw food challenge, and that works. Because what you want to do is reduce the amount of hormonal type food you have, which we know where we get a lot of that from, which is our meats. So once you cut off a meat, you start to changes in that.
Tell me, say that again. Let me hear what you just said a while ago. Oh, let me hear.
It is true. Once you cut off your source of hormone imbalance, you're cutting off some of the ailments that are associated with hormone imbalance. And it's sad to say, but our food industry today, we have a lot of hormone-filled stuff. So you cut those off, that's one step closer. Your estrogen, your natural estrogen. So it's like overproducing estrogen, so it's off balance. And it's so easy to take over the body and cause all these pain and so on. So your diet plays a role. The dog blood, the inflammation weed helps to restore balance. But also you need to get rid of your plastics. I know a lot of plastics are BPA free now, but you have your xenoestrogens that are in a lot of the plastic. A compound that is used to make plastics, when it gets into the body, it mimics our estrogen, so it boosts up the level again.
All right, so stop there, Denise. So stop using plastics. Look at that. Look at that. So one, because a lot of persons have PCOS who have messaged me. So that's why I'm stopping here as well. So one, it's cutting off of meat.
Hormone type.
Two, stop using plastic. And plastics. Three, what you were saying, what was the third one that you said?
I was saying some of the herbs that help to restore balance in with your estrogen levels. Yam is very good. So yam is good to restore balance. And you have like yam creams that you can use. You rub it on your skin in different points that help to restore balance as well. So soy is good, soya bean. However, you have to find a soya bean that's non-GMO. Because again, you don't want that type of influence. So plastic is very influential. And you realize that again, you're trying to cut down plastics and so on because of the impact it's having within. You're seeing plastic in fish, you're seeing plastic in babies, everything. You're seeing little pieces of plastic in cells. So it's everywhere. So the more you cut it off, for example, you can buy a bottle of water and drink your water, but don't keep the bottle and refill it and then refill it and refill it. Yeah, no. So that's not helping.
Wait, let me show. Oopsie. So like I shouldn't be drinking from this. That's what you're.
No, you see, if when you buy it, make sure the label says BPA free. So they're trying to modify
BPA or BPA?
B. Bat, apple, paper. Or bat, paper. Yeah. Bat, paper, apple. BPA. So a lot of water bottles nowadays are BPA free. So it doesn't have the chemical, the xenochemicals that cause the estrogen levels to rise and so on, because they're moving with the market. People cutting off the water bottles that don't have it on the label. So as a manufacturer, you put it on and make sure you have good plastic using. So if you're using plastic, BPA, but don't reuse regular plastic.
Sebastian wants to bless you with something. Just DM me, Sebastian, anything that you want to bless her with, and I will ensure that she gets it. So just DM me. Let me check. Anybody else want? It's a pity that I don't have they have this thing now that they give to persons that you can tip while the live is going on. I don't have that feature, but if we did have it, we would have put it on so we could have tip her. Let me see.
Yeah, Gina, play.
All right, yo, Sebastian, listen, this consultation timing is enough money she normally charge for this. So, all right, so he's asking, what can build up a man's sperm count?
All right, sperm count, that's what I was saying, like, the source of is a blend. You can have regular herbal, certain types of herbal tea on a regular basis, like twice a day. You wake up, you drink it, like your cheney root, your sarsaparilla, your broomweed, and so on, with some moringa, because a lot of times sperm count is either some mineral missing or some vitamin or amino acid low, and so on. So with the plants, it helps to build up the numbers, plus exercise. Surprisingly.
Get rid of, you see, a holistic approach to wellness. Mind, body, and soul. Because sometimes, you know, you're doing the exercise and maybe you're taking the nutrition, but your mind, maybe you're stressed out, maybe other things. So,
literally
a holistic approach.
Holistic. So even exercise alone, I think it's weightlifting type exercise helps to build up the number. And there was a research that I read, I was like, wow, just lifting weights for I think 30 minutes a week can help to increase the amount of sperm produced. Again, mental clarity is needed, you know. So if you were to do it for 30 minutes and then for the other 24 hours of each day stress, the body is focusing on what you're thinking about versus using the energy that it just gained to build up the sperm count. So your same sarsaparilla, cheney root, add some moringa and some coconut husk. Not the trash part, man. The shell part that we use make jewelry and stuff, that part, boil it. A lot of time, iron is one of the that's lacking when you make some of the root drink, that one. Guinea hen weed, sperm count, guinea hen weed root. Boil some root tea from your guinea hen weed. It's in your backyard.
Somebody said Sebastian tell out him life, you know, with the question they were asking, you know. You want stamina, in Sebastian, you want stamina and you want sperm count.
Yes, ma'am. Spread the genes. Make sure the genes reach next generation.
Okay. What would you say? What herb, if any, is good for yeast infection?
Okay, yeast infection. So my first go-to when I say yeast infection, Candida, neem. neem is one of your powerful herbs. One, you drink it. So you make some neem tea. Two, you can also get your neem oil. Make sure it's a good source and you can add it to the area as well, right? Underwear, whatever. It helps to reduce it. But you want to do it again. Herbal medicine, herbal plants, they're slower in working sometimes. So that's why you have to do it over time. It's not like when you go over the counter and get it and it stops. With herbs, it fixes it over time. So you get a relief, but it's coming until it's totally gone. So it's not just suppressing the itch.
Yeah,
it's
that's what
killing
most of the medication it's just a topical thing like a band-aid, but you want to work it from the inside.
Yeah, you want to get rid of the yeast, not just prevent the itch, but get rid of the yeast. And that's what neem does. It's very good for that. So you have the tea, if you have ointments and so on, some people use that as an insert, the neem oil, similar to what they do with the pharmaceutical, but that's the oil. And yeah, neem is very good. So that's one of the main things. You have garlic. One traditional way they usually use garlic is to attach it to a thread and insert it similar to how they would do the yeast tablets. And then keep that overnight, remove it the next day. And you do it like what, 3 nights?
At home.
No, but that's what they usually do by then. But they put a thread, so it's like a tampon, they pull it down the next morning.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
So they insert it that way? Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so it's like they insert the thread in it and then slightly crush it, you know, like not really crush it, but you make sure you're smelling it. And then the insert, and then the next morning, you pull it down like a tampon. It gets rid, it helps to heal.
Things come out with it?
It kills it. It kills it, and you do your body go through the regular motions and changes. Similar to how your body would react.
Okay, well, I don't see.
Some will put it on the underwear or the liners and so on. Tea tree oil, but it's very strong, so make sure you dilute it and so on. Again, drink some bitter, some sour, and remove the sugar, especially during flare-up, and that helps.
Anybody has any tips, as in money, for Dr. Denise, because you find this life so informative, just DM me and I will give you her Zelle or Cash App or whatever. We're not saying no to gifts this year, right? We're not saying no to gifts.
And true.
Let me see. Oh boy, we can't bother with Sebastian, you know. She answered your question already, Sebastian. Him asking what is good for married couple on their honeymoon, but you answer already with the stamina and the whatever. So you have all the information you need, Sebastian. You have all the information.
But what you can add to, you can make a nice little oil, carry on your honeymoon, just soak some lavender, and you can add like a hibiscus to it.
The oil you said, so right, so she's talking about you making the oil yourself. So you
get some oil
and for the processes that's in the right. So tell them how you make the oil.
You just get your oil, whichever oil you want to use, your olive oil, your jojoba, your sweet.
You were telling them how to get the how to make the lavender oil. What you were saying?
Yes. You can either buy regular oil and add it, like your lavender, your rose hip, and so on. Some of these oils, it's basically an aphrodisiac. Okay. So by just smelling them and you use it for a nice massage.
Which one? Because I know Sebastian wants to know this right now. It's not for me. I'm asking for a friend, right? I'm asking for both. Which oils are you for your aphrodisiac?
Well, you have your for outside you have your lavender, that's very good. A lot of your sweet smelling aromatic or fruity ones, so lavender, your geranium, you can add like a tea tree, but that's, kind of release the sinus and this, you're just relaxing, your peppermints. So nice blend. It's a holy There's a lot of
But if
oils
you don't want,
that
if
you
you don't want if you don't want the combinations, you don't
can.
have to go consult or pay for consultation time, right? So
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
and she
Learn
said,
how to make it, put it in your stash, carry it at the honeymoon, and
yeah.
yeah, good to go.
Okay, somebody's asking if the blending of the turmeric and the ginger before boiling is okay.
Yes, that's fine. Because I
Oh,
blend mine, but I have like my turmeric ginger inflammation blend in the fridge. So I just blend it up, keep it in the fridge, take a cup or half, or depending on whatever, drink it. Or you can blend it, keep it in the fridge, then boil and make the tea, or put it in your water bottle for the day. All different ways. The smaller it is, the more you get out of it. Again, if turmeric in there, add black pepper, you get more medicine.
is there
Out of it.
anything since Sebastian asking these questions? Let me ask the questions for them for those who don't want to ask. So, all right, he's asking on the male side, but what about the woman side of things? What would the woman need in order to have stamina, in order to be wet and not dry? And any other thing that would prevent a good night of love making? What or
Yes. So in the book, we learned about this story. The same broomweed where the husband boiling broomweed, put in the fridge, help her come in the morning, see juice in the fridge, drink some. When she go home, she couldn't keep steady. She just keep twisting and turning because she's just ready to go.
what weed is that?
That's the broomweed.
Okay,
Broomweed
broomweed.
and the donkey weed. Yes, the donkey weed. So these aphrodisiac type herbs, they work for both. And what I find with a lot of the herbal remedies, sometimes they combine different things. Like for example, the woman, the donkey weed with your pennyroyal and inflammation weed with some soursop leaf, stuff like that work more for the female. And then you have the turnera, the ramgoat dashalon, the sarsaparilla, the cheney root. It works well with the men. But again, these herbs have that libido lifting effect. So it still give it whichever one you take. But sometimes the combination, help with different aspects or different people.
Are there any
Different
fruits that
things.
give the same kind of libido lifting effect?
Fruits, not so much, I don't remember
Okay.
any. I know enough of them just basically just like soursop help with like the kidney flush and the liver detox. Once those two organs are working optimally, you're good to
Ah,
go.
ah,
Mm.
ah.
Yes, so pineapple. Pineapple have the bromelain, good for female.
Oh,
Female, yes.
pineapple feeding.
Bromelain, yes. So when you drink pine and ginger, yes.
Oh, so these things are actually real? I thought that was just okay. You see?
You drink pine and your ginger and you're ready to go. The bromelain and the ginger ale, yes.
Okay, somebody taking notes. I see Deidre taking notes. All right. Any other questions before we thank Denise? Any other questions? Because if you have any other questions, you might have to pay in a consultation, So right now you have the opportunity to ask the question.
Yeah. Mango. I know mango not nutritious, it's medicinal. I know the leaf good with your blood glucose and so on, but I don't know about the libido part. Probably the method of eating the mango and you just feel nice. I don't know.
Post me that, huh? Thank you so much, Ocean Princess, for that. Somebody said them start drink them ginger and turmeric already.
Good. Yes,
All right.
black
So,
virus.
Denise, Dr. Denise, can you give us your, of course, your Instagram is there, but can you share your contacts in terms of your email that for persons who want to schedule a consultation that they can do that?
Sure, it's Dr. Denise Daley at gmail.com. So it's Dr.
Okay,
which is Dr. Denise Daley at gmail.com.
right.
Or you can be Herbal at gmail.com. So those
Right, so
two.
I'll put that in the comments for you people.
Yeah. Yeah, boys.
Any other questions? Listening up. Don't go like it. You're afraid, and don't ask a question, you know.
Yeah, but yes, at gmail.com.
And the other one is natural.
Herbal. Yeah.
Or I just give them one so it's easier for them to remember. So
To
Dr.
remember.
Denise at gmail.com for your consultation. Any other questions before I?
Yeah.
All right. If there are no other questions.
Yes. Enjoy the challenge. And for the challenge, you can probably infuse the tea instead of boil the tea.
Yes, yeah, you hear that? Yes, because infuse instead of boil. And for those who just join in, tell them what the infusion is.
Infusion is when you boil your water, similar how you make a tea bag. Boil the water, pour it on your herb, cover it up. You don't want to lose all the smell and the essential oil. So cover it. And so
boil the water first and then pour it
on to your tea. Pour it onto your leaf or your herb, whichever, and cover it. Allow it to steep for about 5 minutes or so. Then you can drink your tea. And boiling is when you put everything in there and boil it up. Thank you.
All right. Wait 1 second, Denise. I have another question. What is the best herb for high blood pressure?
My first go-to, which most kitchens usually have, is garlic. Garlic is very good. So even if your blood pressure is like really high where you feel like you're in pass out, make a quick garlic tea, eat a clove of garlic, something like that. It carries it down. Then you can go and check.
How does one know when their blood pressure is high versus when it's low? And I don't know if you have the answer for that, but I asked because what happened with my dad was that he had diabetes, and normally his blood sugar level goes high. So he normally takes the insulin to lower it. He felt ill, so he thought his blood sugar level was high when he was actually feeling ill because it was low. And so he took insulin and it got way low and he got a stroke. Right? And which led to half paralysis. So I just want, how would someone know the difference between when they're, if you know the answer, if you don't, fine, when their blood pressure is high versus when it's low?
That again, it's kind of tricky because they have similar symptoms. Once your blood pressure kind of deviates from your normal, like for me, I have normal blood pressure, but normal low. So 120/80 is the normal range. And I'm usually like 118, 110, thereabout. So if I have anything that drops my blood pressure, you feel dizzy. So that's a dizzy spell. Comes with a lowering of your blood pressure and your blood sugar. You get that dizziness. When it goes too high, sometimes like your sugar or your blood pressure, you get more like headaches, confusion, and so on. But again, so similar. Sometimes people won't decipher which unless you know your regular.
Yeah.
Like for me, I know, so I'll grab salt or eat some salty banana chips, potato chips, something salty, and you feel the difference. And a lot of time it helps boost energy. Like you need salt to boost your energy. So don't totally cut off salt, just cut down salt. So all of these things can your blood pressure, blood sugar as well.
Somebody has a question. Oh, wait.
Yeah, so some other symptoms.
What is jackfruit good for? You know?
Jackfruit, they use a leaf. I know the fruit, the seed, is very rich in your starch, so they boil it like food. It also has a lot of your natural estrogen compounds, kind of like yam. So that's how,
That's
people
why
have
it
it.
tastes like yam. That's why the seed
Yeah.
tastes like
Yeah.
yam.
It's a good starch food to have, rich minerals and so on. Medicinally, only some communities use it because the plant is only rare. It's rare. So the bark is good. They add it
Some
to
persons
root.
were listing some of the
Yes, I see.
symptoms for the different things. Okay.
Thank you,
Any
Leanne.
other questions? If there are no other questions, Mrs. Ambitious is saying great life. Thank you so much.
Oh,
All right, so you got her email. Also remember to follow her on Instagram. It's there right there. I pinned it, so at Dr. Denise Daley, so you can follow her on Instagram. So if you have not yet registered for the 21 days raw food challenge, trust me, you need to do that. So let me big up the sponsors, Ginger Fitness and Lifestyle, DOB Fitness, Joanna Banana of I Am Tailor Made, My Success Farm, Going Vegan with Dan Dan, Fruit Blossoms, JA, don't want to forget anybody, By Sealer Preserve, Tony's Fresh Produce, Dr. Denise Daly. And did I miss anybody? Me hungry now. How could I? How could I? Right? And me hungry now. So big up all the sponsors. Again, click the link in the bio to join, to sign up for the we already paired some accountability partners. So it's going to be a vibe. It's gonna be a raw vibe. And I can't wait to hear all the progress stories. Denise, Dr. Daly, Nav, thank you so much for coming and for sharing with us and for sharing with the Raw fam, the Raw community. And she's also in our WhatsApp group. If you're a part of the WhatsApp group, you get a special, you get to call her out. She may not be able to answer. She may be in delivery because right now. But thanks again. Thanks so much. And based on the feedback in the comments, all right, here what? Let's see how great this live was. If you found the value in this live, right? Let us see some herbs in the comments so she can see, so she never wastes our time. Make put some herbs in the comments because she sleeping now. She should be with her husband, rubbing our stomach, but she's here with us. So let us see. Sebastian, you have to register to be in the WhatsApp group, sir. You have to register. Click the link in the bio to register. Let's see some herbs in the comments. We have 18 persons left on the live. Someone wants to say at least 18 persons writing, because if you find 20 now, so 20.
The flowers are the names. So we can start getting some herbs.
Let me post my herbs there, because me find value.
Yes, turmeric.
But we are gonna put coconut. I don't know if it's herbs, but
yeah, it's full of iron. Neem, good. Turmeric.
Somebody's asking which herb is good for sleep. When you say good for sleep, do you mean in terms of you can't sleep and you want sleep, or you're sleeping too much and you don't want to sleep too much? What exactly you mean?
I think it's insomnia. They can't sleep. So they need to calm down to sleep. So chamomile is good.
Oh, okay.
Chamomile, that's good for sleep. You have passion flower. That's good for sleep too. So you'd boil them. You have them like half an hour before you want to sleep, and then it relaxes you. Soursop, good old soursop, is a good inducer. Helps with insomnia too. And we have that all over the place.
Okay, great.
Seaweed is aphrodisiac as well.
You're ready? Never call you. Never call you. Let's listen. Never call you.
Ganja tea, sleep, yes. Especially if milk go in there, definitely knock you out and put you to sleep. But yes.
Wait, somebody asked me. What's seaweed good for?
Yeah, I was just saying it's an aphrodisiac as well. So like your Irish
For
moss, you
women
blend it
too?
up.
For women too? Or just for men?
Both. Yeah. So you can blend it up with your peanut and whatever, your coconut milk or whatever. Good. And it has that mucilage effect as well. So stomach lining, digestive tract. Yes.
Sebastian look like him ready, him ready. Sebastian asked the question, I just never wanted, I didn't want to out him like that, but I just had to out him because next thing I think is the question, right? All right. So again, thank you for spending the night with us, Denise. I really appreciate it, and I know that the Raw Fam community appreciates it as well. So again, we're going 21 days raw, and listen, we're going to be sharing the journey as well, so you can follow the page. We'll have a highlight specifically for our participants who will be sharing and kind of journaling on social media, what they're eating, what they're going through, how they feel. They will just be journaling as they go along, and we'll be posting that on the page. So if maybe this time around you never join, but you want to be a part of it, you can watch our highlights. Yeah. Again, if you found value in, you can always DM me, and I will get whatever, because I rather give her everything at once, right? So if you have anything for her, you can DM me. Of course, remember to follow her and her Gmail if you want to set up a consultation. It's Dr. Denise Daley at gmail.com. So thanks again. Have a great night, and click the link in my bio to register for 21 days raw. Big up on yourself and stay healthy. Kickstart your wellness journey and stay healthy. Mind, body, soul approach. Later.
Take care.